Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting's live coverage of the SCSRA Blue Ridge Auto Group here on iRacing. My name is Josh Hall. We're getting ready to turn left and turn right tonight here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. It's going to be a great race here tonight. A little bit different than you're used to seeing, having the lefts and right turns here. Take a look at the track map, and that's going to explain it all. 10 turns. A lot of elevation changes, especially that you see at the top left corner there, that 5ABC section. That is going to give drivers a lot of trouble here tonight. Turn 2, downhill off camber. Turn 3, also off camber. So a lot of challenges here at this track, but it's going to be a great time, so we're looking forward to it. Mike Moultrie currently up at the top of the leaderboard. Daniel Wise in second. Devin Butchino, Devin Zimmerman, and Eddie Morris, your top 5. Currently on the speed charts. Michael Lawrence says, in Canada, what? Not only in Canada, but turning left and right? Yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of everything here tonight. Just realized I do not have the points updated on my screen, and I apologize for that. So give me a moment while I see if I can pull those up for us. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at some drivers making their way around this track. Here's Nick Fuller. Coming down through that's that downhill section. Actually, let's see where he is right now. Coming through the S's is where he is right now. That's turn number 10. That's the last corner of the track. Looks like practice is now over. We're going to get ready for qualifying here. 10 minutes of qualifying. Let's see who our first drivers are. They're going to make their way out onto the racetrack here tonight. And already Devin Butchino, one of the first drivers to make their way out onto the racetrack. There's that tricky turn too. You see Devin going down right now. It's downhill, off camber, blind corner. Kind of a double apex as you make your way up to Canada's corner here. Or Quebec corner, excuse me. It's downhill and hard to the left here to make your way down to the toughest part of the racetrack. That's turns 5A, B, and C. It's also one of the most important parts of the racetrack because it's uphill, almost a horseshoe, and then you want to get the good launch off for this long back straightaway, the Andretti straightaway. A little bit of elevation change up and down, but if you can get a good draft here, you're going to set yourself up for a great run down into the S's. Turns 8, 9, and 10. Cheeseburger saying he's doing a lot of things at once as Devin takes the green flag on his qualifying attempt. And let me know how the audio sounds. I know I had some audio issues in a couple of my races earlier this week, so let me know if the how it sounds to you guys out there tonight as Devin makes his way through turn number 2, the downhill off-camber section. Here's Mike Moultrie making his way down the Andretti straightaway, come to take his green flag. Ooh, a little sideways there for Moultrie as he comes off of turn number 1 down into turn 2. Clayton's corner. and through Quebec corner towards turn number 4, the downhill. She carries so much speed. Oh, he gets that thing really sideways there. You can tell he's really hot lapping it. Not what you're going to see in the race, but through qualifying, these drivers are going to try to get everything they can. Through the S's. Another great passing zone we're going to see here down at the end of the Andretti Straight. And then your final passing zone is going to be turn 10 right here, which in real life we've seen some great excitement here at what used to be called Mosport. And Mike Moultrie Jr. jumps to the top of the leaderboard with a 1:22.6 to Daniel Wiles' 1:23.7. So almost or over a second quicker Moultrie is. We see Wiles here. As Devin Butchino is now coming through the S's here on his final lap. Coming to take the checkered flag. And down across the stripe, and Devin going to run a 1:23.9. Going to put him into the third position currently. You see Moultrie coming down this backstretch for the final time in his qualifying attempt. Off of turn number 10, down towards the stripe, and Moultrie is going to run a little bit slower on his second lap. See Eddie Morris now making his way figure out exactly on the track where here he is coming down through turn number 4. Up to turns 5A, B, and C. Down the long backstretch towards the S's. So where Morris is able to slide in here, currently 5th fastest on the board. Down off a turn at number 10, catches a lot of curbing. He's going to go off track. This lap is not going to count for Morris. You see Matthew Fritz making his way down through turn number 4, up towards turns 5A, B, and C. Tyler Aspinall coming down through Quebec corner now towards turn number 4. He's going to make the tricky hairpin here. Oh, he's going to get a little loose here. This is not the way you want to end this lap. That's a really, really tricky section of the track as well. And you can see what I mean by this whole complex here is kind of uphill, off camber, but it's an important corner to get down the long backstretch to set yourself a great passing opportunity down at turn number 8. Chuck Balance coming down into turn number 1. Oh, he has some issues there in turn 2. Catches the grass. Does a little lawn mowing there. He's going to cut that lap short. And right now, it looks like that's going to be all the ones who are going to qualify right now. We still have Rick Ward, Blaze Richardson, Brandon Zimmerman left to qualify. So taking a look, again, I can't have the points up on the screen. I do apologize. But Nick Fuller, currently your points leader over Michael Moutre, who has 4 wins on the season already. Devin Zimmerman with a win sits back in 3rd. Brandon Zimmerman 4th. Devin Butchino back in the 5th spot. He's got a win here on the season as well. Matthew Fritz, Blaze Richardson, Tyler Aspinall, Eddie Morris, and Joe Wright make up your top 10. And then Jay Stinson and Daniel Wiles. Now, Jono Lynch, currently with 5 starts, he's got a win. He is locked into the playoffs right now, but unless he misses another race, then he will not be able or eligible, although I do believe he was just a part-time driver. But he's the only driver outside the top 12 with a win. So that's going to lock in. Of course, our drivers that are locked in: Nick Fuller, Mike Moultrie, Devin Zimmerman, Jay Stinson. I take that back. It was not O. Lynch who had a win here this season. But those are your 4 drivers currently locked in. Can someone change that here tonight? As time is about to expire, we're going to get ready to show our starting grid here tonight at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Starting on pole tonight will be Mike Moultrie in the 24, with Daniel Wiles in the 17, starting in position number 2. Devin Butchino rolls off 3rd with Devin Zimmerman, row number 2. Back in position number 4. Then Eddie Morris and Tyler Aspinall round out row number 3. Matthew Fritz qualifies 7th with Nick Fuller in 8th. Dave Wright rolls off from the 9th position with Michael Provolt from 10th. Then you'll find Ryan Gomes back in the 11th position. Joseph Wright back in 12th. Row 7 is going to be Cody Atchley with Brian Merle Jr. back in 14th. Rick Ward and Blaze Richardson will make up row number 8. Riley Gomes, Brandon Zimmerman, and Charles Bounce will round out the rest of the field here tonight at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. So 19 trucks to take the green flag here tonight. Of course, we want to thank all of our great partners here. Reason Honda should join NASCAR: we need the infield looking good with the lawnmowers. Yeah, good call, Michael. That was a cheeseburger there in the chat. We are getting ready to get the trucks rolling here tonight. Great views all around this renowned speedway here up in Canada. Of course, while we got a moment, we want to talk about our great partners, including our series sponsor, Blue Ridge Auto Group. For all your new and used Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicle needs, visit Blue Ridge Auto Group at the link down below. Of course, also our great partner over at Race EPI. For all your iRacing coaching and setup needs, visit raceepi.com. Check out our website over at IntensityBroadcasting.com. Pick yourself up an Intensity hat, t-shirt, coffee mug, some of Alley Admin Weiss's merchandise, as well as we have SCSRA merchandise there as well. and of course our great partner, the Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker is a well-known and established leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. Their patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. To figure out which line in the Butt Kicker is right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. Again, links down below in the description. Well, the pace truck's getting ready to take that hard right-hand turn down onto pit road. And we're getting ready for 45 laps of action here on the road course. Mike Moultrie and Daniel Wiles, the two America racing drivers, going to take their trucks to the start-finish line. Green flag is in the air, and we are racing here at Mossmore as the field makes their way down into turn number 1 for the first time. Everybody gets through there pretty cleanly, but here's where it's going to get tricky. Down into turn number 2 for the first time. The off-camber downhill blind corner. I see a couple drivers looking like Eddie Morris already off the track, doing a little lawn mowing back there. Everybody else able to get through pretty cleanly as the field makes their way down towards what I think is the most tricky complex of this track. Down towards turns 4 and 5. We got one driver trying to make a move down here, the 55 of Gomes, making a move on D-right as they come down the Andretti straightaway for the first time. And again, the draft is going to be a huge part here on this backstretch. This field makes their way down into the S's for the first time. Moultrie is going to come off a turn number 10. He's going to lead the first lap here tonight, with his teammate right behind him trying to run him down. We will have a stage tonight at lap number 15. Right now, everybody just kind of feeling each other out, trying to get comfortable around this track. I see Matthew Fritz trying to make a move here on Nick Fuller down into Quebec corner. Fuller gets a little loose there as Fritz is trying to keep that momentum, trying to make a pass here up into turn number 5, or at least stay close enough where he can get the pull down the long backstretch. He's able to get that pull. We see Devin Zimmerman battling here with Tyler Aspinall. Zimmerman with the move down into turn number 8. He makes his way through the S's. Back up into the 4th position. Off Matthew Fritz pull right up on the back bumper of Nick Fuller about a lap ago. Now he's falling back quite a bit, so you can see where some drivers might be stronger in one part of the track, a little weaker in the other, and right now we're seeing exactly that. As Mike Moultrie actually has his teammate starting to run him down a little bit. Issues for Blaze Richardson in the back of the pack. A couple other drivers having some issues here going off track. A couple drivers off track. Brian Merle Jr. was off track, along with Cody Atchley was off track for a moment. Tyler Aspinall under attack from his teammate Nick Fuller. Oh, and big problems for Eddie Morris. Morris has looped it around between turns 1 and 2 here. So come off. Oh, I'm sorry. That was between right here at the start-finish line. Eddie Morris looped it around right on the front stretch. Looks like he's trying to get back to the gas and just hit a little too hard. So now Nick Fuller's fallen back off his teammate and right back into the clutches of Matthew Fritz. So far, our biggest mover of the race is the 82 at Joe Wright, or one of the biggest movers, I should say, is Joe Wright here, trying to run down Michael Provold. He's already up 3 spots from where he started, and looking to get around Provold as he's right there, hoping that 95 makes a mistake. He's got his brother D right behind him. Ryan Gomes and Brandon Zimmerman, another 2 drivers who have made their way up 3 spots. And they're just looking to survive. Ooh, Nick Fuller had an issue. He went off track just a moment ago. And now we see Matthew Fritz right there on the back bumper. Coming through Quebec corner down towards turn at number 4. Oh man, I just got Justin McMahon in the chat from the Doghouse League. Unfortunately, I had to work till 9 o'clock tonight, so I wasn't able to broadcast the Doghouse Racing League. And he finally was able to get his win and knock Jennings off of his pedestal. So congratulations, Justin. I apologize. I was not able to be there tonight for that. But congratulations on the win. Anyone you want to thank? I was going to say, maybe you guys could have had Jennings run the broadcast over there, because he could probably broadcast the rest of the season and still win the championship. Fortunately, Blaze Richardson having tons of trouble back here. Currently running, issues for Tyler Aspinall. As I'm saying that, Blaze Richardson having a couple off tracks here, but Tyler Aspinall's looped it around here in turn number 1. Trying to battle here with Devin Zimmerman. Yeah, just got a little in there, a little hot, and flipped it around. Am I the good luck charm or the hindrance, the bad luck for you? Because I wasn't there and you ended up getting the win. Talking to Justin McMahon from Doghouse Racing there. Ooh, Eddie Morris with another off track. So a couple drivers really struggling as the tires start heating up here. These trucks really start to get out of shape. You see a little battle here between the Wright brothers, Dave Wright and Joe Wright. Down the Andretti straight, right behind him, we see Tyler Aspinall recovering from that spin. Trying to get a twofer here, down into turn at number 8. He's going to look down to the inside. He's going to get Dave Wright here into turn 8 as they come through turns 9 and 10. We ride along with Tyler Aspinall. See the run here he gets up towards Clayton's corner. Off camber, downhill, double apex. Really easy to overdrive that corner, but when you hit it right, it feels amazing. Turn 4, not really known as a passing zone, but we see Aspinall taking a look down to the inside. Down the hill and up towards the tricky turns 5A, B, and C. This is where you really want to get a good launch here. Try to run down the next truck in front of you. You see Aspinall doing a great job getting around Joe Wright and trying to continue on from where he left off. Blaze Richardson had an issue just a moment ago. Just overdriving the corner, and now he's able to get back out on track. Actually looks like he might have parked it for the night. Up front, Mike Moultrie still ahead of his teammate by 1.5 seconds. And then Devin Bucciano trails Daniel Wiles by just over 1 second. And then it's 4 seconds back to the 93 of Devin Zimmerman. As we are about halfway in the stage, so Riley Gomes having a moment ago, went off track, came back on. Justin, I apologize. I personally will not be there next week. I know Atlee will have the call next week at Daytona with the Doghouse Racing League. But I will be back for the season finale for sure. As Nick Fuller continues to hold off Matthew Fritz right behind. A little bit of a battle here between Eddie Morris and Brandon Zimmerman. Eddie able to get around the 65 of Zimmerman. And he's just hoping, Eddie's just trying to hold on here for the caution, try to get caught back up, see if he can make something happen. Meanwhile, Devin Bucciano has run down Daniel Wiles. He is within 1 second now. As they come up to turns 5, A, B, and C. And if Bucciano is able to stay right there on that back bumper, he could get a huge tow down this backstretch. Ooh, more trouble in the back. Brian Merle Jr. turned around. We see Ryan Gomes, Cody Atlee are actually caught up in this one as well. See if we can see what happened here to Gomes coming up towards turn number 5. Oh, just Brian Merle Jr. got in there a little wide. Gomes got in there a little quick, and just a little bit of a racing deal. The two came together. You see Brian Merle Jr. back on track, trying to make something happen. Meanwhile, Devin Bucciano's gains on Daniel Wiles have went away, as the gap is now 1.5 seconds. As we hear that beeping sound, somebody came down on the pit road. That looks like Rick Ward down on the pit road. Back up front, Mike Moultrie continues to pull away from his teammate. The gap now just about 2 seconds. Now we're just about to stage end, so we might see 1 or 2 more drivers dive down pit road here before the 2 laps to go, where pit road would be closed. So we can see, take a look here at pit lane. Now we can't see the lights at the end of pit lane there, so see if we can see it when Moultrie comes around here. More issues for Brian Merle Jr. Looks like he's looped it around here off of turn at number 10. It doesn't look like he's hit anything, able to keep moving forward. These drivers are, our leaders are coming up on a little bit of lap traffic there. The 34 of Rick Ward, trying to stay out of everybody's way. Ooh, issues for Michael Provolt. Might have had a connection issue. We don't see him out on the racetrack. See if we see what happened to the 95 of Provolt. Yeah, loops it around, loses connection. Fortunately, doesn't look like he interfered with anybody there. Provolt still having a bit of a connection issue. We see him flashing there on the on our screen here. As Eddie Morris makes his way down onto pit road. Oh, issues for Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller's looped it around now, coming through the S's. I take that back. That's down into turn number 5. Just onto the gas just a little too quickly. No harm, no foul. Able to get it righted and going in the right direction. Does lose a position to his teammate, Tyler Aspinall. As we see Chuck Balance Getting out of the way of our leaders. When Moultrie comes by the start-finish line this time, it'll be just one lap to go in the stage. Here we go, white flag for the stage. Again, Moultrie up at the top of the leaderboard. Daniel Wiles, Devin Butchino, Devin Zimmerman, Matthew Fritz, your top 5. Michael Provolt trying to run down Joe Wright here. Move himself up one position and get one more point at the stage. See somebody coming down on the pit road. Looks like Rick Ward. I know pits are closed. As Moultrie makes his way up through turn number 5, down the long Andretti straight. And here comes Michael Provo around Joe Wright as Joe Wright loses it. It's a little loose there on the brakes coming down into the S's. I take that back. That's not the S's. That was down through turn 2. And he let his brother was able to get right by as well. But off of turn number 10, down to the stripe, Mike Moultrie is going to be your stage winner. Daniel Wiles will be second. Devin Butchino in third. Devin Zimmerman is going to bring it home fourth in the stage. Fifth will be Matthew Fritz. Tyler Aspinall back in sixth. Nick Fuller in seventh. Michael Provolt back in eighth. Dave Wright ninth. And the final stage point will be the 82 of Joe Wright. Field makes their way around and catches up to the pace truck. After we get pit stops underway, we'll get a word with our stage winner. He's also going to let these drivers have a moment to relax, take a breather, grab a drink. We'll set ourselves up for the final dash to the end. Everybody should be coming down pit road. We might see a couple stay out. Drivers like Eddie Morse, who came down pit road just before the pits closed for the stage. Watch the race off of pit road. Everybody makes their way down into their pit stalls. Very tight pit road here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. And Mike Moultrie is going to be the first driver off pit road. Daniel Wiles second. Devin Zimmerman jumps Devin Bucciano and Matthew Fritz. We see Tyler Aspinall. Eddie Morris is going to slot himself up into 7th. So he was way behind when everybody else was able to make their way down on the pit road. Let's see if we can get a word with our stage winner. Mike, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got you.
Man, great first stage. Kind of dominating the race here. We saw you were about a second quicker than everybody else here in practice and qualifying. What is it about this track that just clicks for you? Because it seems like you're just on rails out there compared to everybody else is sliding around a little bit.
Well, I just like road courses, period. Sonoma is my home track, so growing up, I always, practice on road courses, so I just made sure to put in the extra effort for practice for this race.
Well, it seems like your teammate behind you is able to stay kind of close to you. Can't really get within a second there, but do you think he's got anything for you as the race goes on? Because I know this longer stage here, tires are going to wear out a little quicker.
Oh, he's got some. He's going to try some. He's a little faster than what he's showing.
I kind of figured he was sandbagging a little bit here. Well, good luck for the second stage here, and hopefully we'll talk to you then at the end.
Hope so. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
You too.
There you go. That was your stage winners. We're getting ready. As the lights on, the pace truck should be shutting off this time by. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to refire them here. As we'll have Merca teammates back on the front row. And Devin Zimmerman and Devin Bucciano in row number 2. A little flip-flop, though, as Zimmerman was able to leapfrog Bucciano coming off of pit road. See if we can take advantage of that here. Row 3 will be Matthew Fritz and Tyler Aspinall, Eddie Morris, Michael Provost, row number 4. And then Nick Fuller and Ryan Gomes round out your top 10. Blaze Richardson did make his way back onto the racetrack. However, he is about 8 laps down. Rick Ward also, he's 9 laps down. Rick Ward has retired from the event. So here we go. You see them trying to get a little bit of heat in the tires here before we get ready to go back. Green flag racing to the end here at Mothsport. Pace truck getting ready to take that hard right-hand turn down on the pit road. Coming back to the restart zone. Green flag is in the air, and we are back racing. Immediately, Devin Bucciano takes that position back away from Devin Zimmerman. Now Zimmerman's getting a little bit of pressure from behind from Tyler Aspinall, who kind of surprised Zimmerman right there. He got pushed off track a little bit, or he missed his mark a little bit. And now he's got Matthew Fritz trying to take the long way around. Coming up to turn number 4, Michael Provost right behind as well. Side by side down through turn number 4, up to turn number 5. Zimmerman's going to take that position away. Up the hill towards turn number 5. We take the long run down the Andretti straightaway. We see Tyler Aspinall trying to make a move here on Devin Butchno. He's going to try to take the long way around coming into the S's. Just not quite close enough to try to make that crossover move work. Aspinall's going to try it again here with the launch off of turn number 10 down the front stretch. Trying to use those tires while they're fresh. It looks like Moultrie's starting to pull away. It also looks like their drivers behind might be trying to save a little bit for the longer run. Ooh, Tyler Aspinall has some issues. Looks like he just had a connection issue. I saw him falling through the field. I thought he was having issues there, but looks like it was just a little bit of a connection. He's back and trying to set his sights back on Devin Butchno. Eddie Morris trying to make a run here on Riley Gomes down through turn 4 up to turn number 5. As Joe Wright takes a look down underneath Eddie Morris for a second. And Morris trying to look to the outside coming up into turn number 8. Oh, and Gomes pushes way wide up at 8. That allows Eddie to make the move down into turn number 9. Joe Wright trying to make the same move here. Gomes able to pull away down into turn number 1. Ooh, Joe Wright just got real loose there for a moment. A little out of shape. He's going to look up. Ooh, actually has some issues there, and Dave Wright goes around in turn number 2. Here comes Blaze Richardson, all out of shape. Blaze goes wildly out of control into the grass, trying to avoid the spinning machine of David Wright. While this battle continues up into turn number 5, Joseph Wright and Ryan Gomes. Ooh, Wright drives a little hard. Now Brian Merle Jr. spins down into turn at number 5. He's able to just do a 360, get it back going in the right direction. Meanwhile, Devin Butchno has a mirror full of Tyler Aspinall. Tyler Aspinall trying to run back down the 68 of Devin Butchno. Devin trying not to let Daniel Wiles pull too far ahead. Devin Butchno right there on Daniel Wiles' back bumper. So Butchno takes the look down to the inside. Down through turn number 4. Butchno using that high lane. Now he's going to have the inside coming down into turn number 5. And Tyler Aspinall is going to try to make it 3 wide for a second. Butchno makes the pass. Here comes Aspinall to the, what's going to be the inside here, coming up towards the S's. He's going to have to tuck back in line and try to use that draft. Gets a little off track there, trying to make a move. Now the gap between Moultrie and Devin Butchno is 3.5 seconds. With 22 laps to go. Michael Lawrence asks who threw the banana peels. Ain't quite Mario Kart racing, but I imagine we're going to start seeing some big blocks here and some big runs coming in the next few laps as well. As Devin Butchno continues to run in second place and holding off the 17 Daniel Wiles. A little further back, a little battle back here between Eddie Morris and Ryan Gomes down into turn number 5. Gomes is going to have that position up into turn number 5. Catches a lot of curb there. Forces Eddie Morris wide, and Gomes is going to stay in 9th, Morris in 10th. And Cody Atchley trying to join this battle just behind. We see a little battle here between Brandon Zimmerman and Riley Gomes. This battle's been continuing all race. This is Nick Fuller and Matthew Fritz. Fritz right there on the back bumper. He's going to take that position away. So move Matthew Fritz up into the 6th position. Daniel Wiles caught right back up to Devin Butchno. Down the Andretti straight and into the S's. These 3 trucks under a blanket for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. David Wright having some issues. He's looped it around here. Down towards turn number 5. Let's see what happened to D. Wright. A little too much curb there. Loops that truck right around in front of his brother. And is able to keep going. Meanwhile, Devin Butchno starting to cut into Mike Moultrie's lead just a little bit. Last time by, Moultrie ran a 25-1 and Butchno ran a 24-8. Wiles ran a 24-7. Tyler Aspinall ran a 24-4. As Butch gets real loose there through the S's, through turn number 5, that allows Wiles to get the run And Tyler Aspinall is going to take advantage of that as well. And Devin Butchino is going to fall all the way back to fourth. He's going to lose 2 positions there as Aspinall now going to try to take the long way around going into turn at number 8 to have that position into turn number 9. And Aspinall is going to take over second. A very aggressive move down into the S's. Now he's going to loop it here. No, he's hoping to hold on to it. But Wiles is going to get the run here, get that position back, and here comes Butchino. Trying to take over that final podium position as Aspinall's really fighting that truck right now. Looks like he's lost all his rear grip as Butchino takes a look down to the inside of Clayton corner. Coming down towards Quebec corner. Aspinall catches the grass. He's going to lose that position. Devin Butchino is going to take that 3rd position back. Meanwhile, this battle is continuing as Fuller got back around Matthew Fritz. And just behind Michael Provolt, trying to draft his way up into this battle as well. And Ryan Gomes and Cody Ashley trying to have a little battle here for 9th. For 9th and 10th. So Gomes is going to have the long way around here. And oh, Nick Fuller loops it here down on the front stretch. Tries to get on the gas a little too quickly. Michael Provo has to make a evasive move there to get around the 14. And Fuller still having issues as he is going through John Deere country through turn number 2. He's going to fall all the way back to the 11th position. Meanwhile, Eddie Morris has gotten around Ryan Gomes. He set his sights on the 12 of Cody Atchley. And up front, Michael Moultrie has a 3.5 second lead over second place Daniel Wiles, who has almost a 3 second lead over third place Devin Butchino. And Tyler Aspinall is going to pit from the 4th position. Ooh, more issues for Nick Fuller here. Again, loops it there off of turn number 10. And Moultrie had a little bit of a bad lap there as he ran a 25.2. Saw him get a little bit into the grass there, dipped a couple tires off. That could have slowed him down a little bit. But everybody is going to have to come down pit road one more time. As Devin Zimmerman now hits pit road, and we saw one truck hard into the outside wall. That looked like it was Chuck Balance. Down into turn number 1. Looks like he just missed his braking zone and catches the tire barrier. Right in front of our leaders as well. Fortunately, doesn't come flying back across the track and into traffic. He's able to get down and off the racetrack quick enough. As Devin Zimmerman is back down and away after his 4-tire stop. Joe Wright easily dispatches Riley Gomes up into the 12th position. We see Devin Zimmerman on these fresher tires trying to work his way back up through traffic. As Nick Fuller gets a little loose there right in front of Zimmerman. Now we see Devin Butchino down on pit road. Michael Provolt coming down pit road as well. Cody Atchley also coming down pit road. Michael Provolt. So quite a few drivers making their way down pit road currently, getting their final stop with 15 laps to go. See if Moultrie makes his way down on the pit road this lap or if he stays out. Looks like he's coming down on the pit road. Here comes his teammate Daniel Wiles as well. Matthew Fritz going to hit pit road here, so it looks like everybody's going to be making their way down pit road this time. Ryan Gomes also hitting pit road. Eddie Morris staying out. We know he pit early on the last go-round. Figured he would have been one of the first drivers to hit pit road. But he's going to stay out for at least one more lap. Mike Moultrie, Daniel Wiles just in front of Eddie Morris on fresh rubber. Now it looks like Moultrie took 4 tires and Daniel Wiles only took 2. It actually looks like he's struggling right now on those 2 tires. So Wiles trying to use a little strategy there to get up in front of his teammate. And unfortunately, doesn't look like it's going to work out for him here. As Tyler Aspinall trying to go around Eddie Morris here. Down into turn number 8. And Morris is going to peel off onto pit road this time. As Mike Moultrie's lead is now just over 5 seconds. Tyler Aspinall right now, he could just be in the catbird seat here trying to take over Nice, strong, solid podium here. Ooh, he gets a little loose there off the corner. As we know, Daniel Wiles looks like he's on 2 tires. That's what my screen's telling me, he's on 2 tires. Battle here between the Devons. Devons Butchno, Devin Zimmerman up towards turn number 8. Zimmerman's going to have the inside advantage here down into turn number 8. Butchno's going to try a bit of a crossover here, but he's going to have to take the long way around. Ooh, a little contact there. Down into turn 10. So this battle continues to heat up as Zimmerman's now made his way around Butchno. But there's a little bit of contact there. I'm sure Butchno's not too happy about that contact. Trying to run back down Zimmerman. Up towards turn number 5. More issues for David Wright, who's looped it around here off of turn number 10. Right in front of his brother. We are quickly approaching 10 laps to go. As here comes Butchno with the run, looking up to the high side, not able to make a move here on Zimmerman. Butch trying to use that draft down the Andretti straight to get a run down into turn number 8. I said that's one of your biggest passing zones here. Your real passing zones here are down here into turn number 1. You want to be single file as you come through Clayton Corner here, turns 2A and B. Turn 3, Quebec Corner is really off camber, not really a good passing zone. But that can get you a good run here towards turn number 4 to make it to pass down into turn 5. Fortunately, it looks like Butchno is just a little too far behind to try to make the dive bomb down into turn number 5. But if you can stay right on your opponent's bumper here off of turn number 5 and you get a good run here, you can use the draft to pull you all the way down the Andretti straight to try to outbrake your opponent down into turn number 8. At the moment, Butchno just not close enough to try to make any sort of move, as we have just 10 laps to go. Battle back here between Ryan Gomes and Cody Atchley as Gomes takes over the 9th position. And he's going to set his sights on Riley Gomes. Meanwhile, up front, the 24 of Moultrie continues just to pull away as his lead has now grown to almost 9 seconds. And Riley Gomes now down onto pit road. And more issues for Nick Fuller. I think he looped it around here off of turn number 9. Right at the entrance of pit road. Yep. Ooh, catches the outside wall and immediately drives right towards pit road. as this battle is quickly turning into a 3-truck battle as Matthew Fritz is right there on the back bumper, trying to make something happen as they come up through turn number 10. With 9 more laps to go. The gap from Daniel Wiles back to Devin Zimmerman is now 7 seconds. So it looks like those 2 tires on that 17 are working. Tyler Aspinall making his way through traffic, getting around his teammate Nick Fuller, who's been struggling all race long. I'm sure Fuller's not going to make it easy for Wiles to get around and try to keep Tyler Aspinall up into that 2nd spot. As we are quickly approaching 8 laps to go. The next lap trucks that the leaders are going to have to deal with is the 84 of David Wright, Brandon Zimmerman, and Riley Gomes, as they just make their way through Quebec corner. And here comes Moultrie up through Quebec corner, so not too far behind some lap traffic as Dave Wright has more issues down into turn at number 4. As Evan Butchno was trying to make a move down. Oh, gets a little loose on the brakes there. Down into turn number 4, able to hold on to it, but he's trying everything he can to get to the back bumper of Devin Zimmerman. And it might cost him a spot here, as here comes Matthew Fritz trying to get a run here down in the Andretti straightaway. Moultrie down through turns 2A and B. Quickly approaching the 65 of Brandon Zimmerman. That's the only thing that that 24 has to really worry about right now is lap traffic. We saw Dave Wright go off track right in front of your leader. As the leader, that's the last thing that you want to see. As we pick this battle back up between Devin Zimmerman, Devin Butchno, and Matthew Fritz. Oh, Dave Wright again has more issues. You see him off track there behind. See Eddie Morris trying to make the move around the outside of Cody Atchley, and Eddie Morris is going to make that move happen. As Atchley got a little out of shape there through turns 5, A, B, and C. Move Eddie Morris up into the 9th position as he tries to chase down the 55 of Ryan Gomes. Dave Wright making his way down pit road. As Matthew Fritz tried to take a look down to the inside of Devin Butchno. As they come through Quebec corner down towards turn number 4. See Butchino jumping curves, trying to do everything he can to try to get to the back bumper of Zimmerman to have a shot at it. Well, this battle continues. We have just 5 laps to go. And Mike Moultrie making his way around the 9 of Riley Gomes, coming up on Joseph Wright. Has a 13-second advantage over second place Tyler Aspinall. So here comes Moultrie right around the outside of the 82. Able to put Joe a lap down. Now we have just 10 trucks on the lead lap with 4 laps to go. That allowed Riley Gomes to catch right up to the back bumper of Joseph Wright. That is a battle for 11th and 12th. Tyler Aspinall still sits in the second position. You see his teammate right behind him get a little out of shape. And Aspinall has almost a 4-second lead over third place Daniel Wiles, so not really in a position where he needs to push hard for these final 4 laps. And he'll find himself on the second step of the podium. These 3 have separated themselves a little bit from each other. And Daniel Wiles really starting to struggle a little bit with speed. And issues for Eddie Morris. Eddie Morris has looped it around off of turn number 1. Able to get straightened out. Continues on, holding on to that 10th spot. Last time by, Devin Butchino was just a little bit quicker than Devin Zimmerman. Butch is just trying to find a position where he can make the pass. With 3 laps to go. Trying to stay right there on that back bumper. See if he can get a run down the Andretti straight and down into turn at number 8. Ooh, more issues for Matthew Fritz. He just had an issue behind this battle coming down through turn at number 2. Sorry, turn 4 down to the, just looped around there in turn number 5 as the battle here, as Buchino was able to outbrake Zimmerman and take over that 4th spot. See if we can take a look at this as Buchino just gets the advantage, tries to take the long way around, which gives him the short way down into turn number 10. Textbook pass on the final corner. As we have just 2 laps to go. Moultrie coming down the Andretti straight here. Oh, Michael Provost has some issues. He's looped it around in turn number 1. Moultrie through the S's here, coming up towards turn number 10. Coming to take the white flag here at Mosport. 1 more lap to go with a 15-second advantage over second place Tyler Aspinall. Moultrie gets a little loose there, puts down the throttle. He knows he's got this in control. Put on a little bit of show here up towards turns 5A, B, and C. And down the Andretti straight for the final time. And through the S's for the final time here, and Mike Moultrie is going to dominate and win here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Tyler Aspinall coming through the S's here. He's going to bring it home in second. Daniel Wiles brings it home in third. And then Devin Buchino and Devin Zimmerman are going to round out your top 5. But your winner tonight here in the Blue Ridge Auto Group Truck Series, for the 5th time this season, the 24 of Mike Moultrie. He's going to bring it all the way back around. So that our top 3 can park it here on the front stretch, get their ceremonial picture taken. Plenty of time to celebrate before second place makes their way around the track. As here comes third place, Daniel Wiles and Tyler Aspinall here to park it here at the front stretch. He's going to try to drift it around the track as far as he can before he stuffs it in the tires at turn number 1. Let's take a look at the results here tonight. Again, Mike Moultrie gets the win here tonight. Tyler Aspinall brings it home in second. Daniel Wiles, Devin Butchino, and Devin Zimmerman round out your top 5. Matthew Fritz brings it home 6th. Michael Provolt in 7th. Ryan Gomes 8th. Cody Atchley and Eddie Morris round out your top 10. Joe Wright brings it home 11th. Riley Gomes back in 12th. Brandon Zimmerman 13th. Nick Fuller and Dave Wright round out your top 15. 16th was Charles Balance. 17th was Brian Merle Jr. Blaze Richardson brings home 18th, and Rick Ward rounds out the field here tonight at Mosport as we get ready to talk to our top 3. Just waiting for everybody to get down into the waiting room. Starting with our 3rd place finisher. That's going to be the 17 of Daniel Wiles. Daniel, got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, great run for you here tonight, coming home 3rd. I know you were trying to keep up with your teammate there for a little while. My screen shows on the pit stop you took just 2 tires. I want to make sure that's accurate. Did you actually take 2 tires to try to do a little strategy there on that final stop?
No, we took none. I tried. So he went ahead and took tires. I was going to try and take no tires. The fall off on lap times wasn't that bad. My last lap, I turned a 126, and I think my fastest lap of the race was a 123. So over that long period of time, it didn't really drop that much. And with the mistakes people were making, I figured no tires would be what I needed. But it's hard to beat Michael on these road courses anywhere.
Yeah, I couldn't see the tire count. All I could see was the time on pit road. So an 8-second stop to me, I thought that was 2 tires. But man, making a valiant effort with it. I know Aspinall got you there on speed just because he did have those 4 fresher tires. But it looked like you said, your tire fall off wasn't that much. Was that kind of a strategy coming in tonight, or was that just a last-second call on that last stop?
That was the last second because we don't run road courses too often, so it's kind of hard to figure out what you want to do. And I didn't know what Devin was going to do behind me. And it really, it was a top, 4-car race out front. So I just wanted to stay out in front of him. So that's why I took no tires, took a chance, and I'm glad it worked. Finally.
Yeah, get yourself up on the podium. So a great run here tonight. Next week we move on to Gateway. How do you like your chances at the long flat track there?
Pretty good. I did good in the officials. So we'll see. We're going to put some practice laps in. We did a lot of practice for this race over the last 2 weeks. So we'll get out there, run some practice laps, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, again, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. Before I let you go, Daniel, anyone you want to thank? A shot you got to give here tonight?
Michael, my teammate, always helping me, especially with these road courses. My wife, my kids, all my supporters, America Racing. I appreciate everyone.
Yeah, two spots on the podium for America Racing. You guys are the only 2 that were here tonight, so great showing for the team. So congratulations on the podium, and good luck tomorrow night at Sonoma.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Have a great night. So that was your 3rd place finisher, Daniel Wiles. Let's bring in your 2nd place finisher, Tyler Aspinall. Tyler, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, great run here tonight in 2nd. Had some issues in the first stage there. I know you got into the wall a couple times, maybe looped it around a little bit, but able to put that final stage together and get yourself up on the podium. Talk about that final stage. I know Daniel was saying he was on no tires there, which kind of surprised a lot of people. Were you surprised he was able to actually still have that much speed with no tires out there? And, what did you do differently at the end of this stage that allowed you to stay up at the front there?
Well, I'd say he had enough speed that I didn't know he was on no tires until he told me he was on no tires after the race. I about crapped myself whenever he said that. I'm like, here's a no way. Because I know I myself was really struggling with tires. I was probably slower than him at the end of that run on brand new tires. So he was definitely doing something better than I was. But yeah, that final stage, it was just absolutely amazing. Before that green flag stop, me, Devin, Daniel, we were just having fantastic racing. I know I was able to get around Devin and Daniel whenever that one lap when Devin ran it off in the U-turn, the hairpin, the bus stop thingy, whatever you want to call it. I was able to get by them, and I just couldn't stick it in the final corner and got passed by both of them again. So it was really fun racing with those guys. Michael was really fast, ran away from everyone, but I just tried to go for that undercut there, and it paid off.
Yeah, Moss Corner seemed to be the challenge for everybody tonight here, 5A, B, and C. But, man, again, able to put that final stage together. Your teammate had a little bit of issues there as well. Did that kind of – I know he was in front of you for a moment. You were able to get by him, but he was sliding all over the place. That concerned you a little bit as you were running second right behind him?
Not really, because he said he was just going to let me go. He was having a little bit of issues all race. Kind of sucks for him because he's way up there in the rookie points. If I'm not mistaken, he's way up there in the points to begin with. He's been fast all season. I think tonight was just one of those nights, and I think we all have those nights. I know I had a good few of them at the start of the season, and I was able to get things turned around. So I'd expect to see him back out front next week at Gateway.
For sure. I was going to say, how do you like your chances next week at Gateway at the long, flat track?
I have yet to buy the track. I literally just bought this track today, so I'll buy the track probably Tuesday next week, and I'll figure it out.
Well, congrats on the podium here tonight. Before we let you go, Tyler, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Anybody who's watching for me, Mom, if you're still awake, Taylor, thanks for watching. Anybody else who's watching for me, 4Cloak Media, 213simware.com, w.gg. Yeah, and you guys who put the show on, everybody here, thank you.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the podium, and good luck next week at Gateway.
Thanks, man. Have a good night.
Have a great night. That was your second place finisher, Tyler Aspinall. Let's bring in your winner tonight. In dominating fashion, yet again, Mike, just so fast here tonight, beating the competition by 16 seconds. I know we talked about, you said you like the road courses and you had a lot of speed here tonight, but man, what a clinic you put on here tonight. What did you think was going through your mind when you heard that your teammate took no tires trying to undercut you? And did you think that he would have any speed for you? Because I know that he was running pretty good laps there at the end.
Well, we didn't know how bad the tire, fall off would be in a real long run. So he didn't take tires. I took 4, and we said we'll see what happens. And I still came out in front of him. So I was hoping he was going to be able to stay, behind me or get out in front of me after we pitted, but it didn't go that way. So yeah, we took a chance, see what happens.
Well, your 5th win of the season in dominating fashion. That's got to feel really good. Next week, we move on to Gateway, a long, flat track. How do you like your chances over at Gateway, even though that one kind of runs a bit like a road course, if you will?
I like Gateway. I feel pretty good there. So, we'll see once I put some laps down on it, but, I'm confident in that track. Feel pretty good there.
Looking to get win number 6 next week at Gateway, man. Like I said, just dominating fashion. It seemed like I know a couple laps you did dip a tire or two. Did that concern you a little bit because the track seemed like it was getting real slick there at the end?
No, that was just personal mistakes, trying to drive the truck too hard. So I backed it down a little bit. I was trying to, stay steady majority of the race, don't burn my tires up. So whenever I went off the track, it was just on me. It wasn't because of the tires of the track. It was all on me. So,
and I did catch that last lap where you're trying to drift it there off of turn number 2. So,
mm-hmm. Yep. I did that. So, yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Hopefully tomorrow, just like tonight. So that is my home track. So hopefully I can get the win there too.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the win. Good luck tomorrow night at Sonoma. And before we let you go, anyone want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
Just my teammates, American Racing, Daniel for getting second and getting top 3 with me, AMR Paints, and you up in the booth.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the win and good luck tomorrow night at Sonoma.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So that's going to do it for us here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, Mike Moultrie gets the win in dominating fashion here tonight. And looking to go back-to-back with a win at Sonoma tomorrow night as well. So don't forget, that's going to be over on Noma TV tomorrow night. So tune in there for the Dev Sports Cars Truck Series. But that's going to do it for us here tonight in the SCSRA Blue Ridge Auto Group Truck Series here on iRacing. Don't forget to hit that like button, follow, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Don't forget to check us out as Thunderstruck's going to be returning on Thursdays, as well as we've picked the INSS back up on Sunday nights in the Street Stock Series. Awesome race they had last week. Looking to have another one this week. Atlee will have the call for those here this week, and that's going to do it for us here tonight. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over